And in this corner, weighing in at 24 minutes, we have Megalo Box. I've actually been looking forward to this one. It looks pretty cool. The art reminds me of kind of like a mix between Trigun and Shampoo, Samurai Champloo. It looks fucking hype. The last couple of seasons we've had like kind of an art piece slash interesting story thing going. Last winter, I think it was Made in Abyss. After that, it was kind of the Ancient Magus Bride. It was a bit of a letdown in the second half of the show, to be honest. Like, where it started off and where it seemed like it was going was really interesting, and then it kind of just devolved into this episodic fuck up for the characters. Then Violet Evergarden last season, which actually just ended today. Ooh, boy, it's good. Haven't seen the last two episodes yet. I watched it week to week, and then I waited for the last two to come out so I could watch them both together. But yeah, really excited about this one. It's about boxing, but I think it's going to be about more than that. Not just your typical sports anime, not a Hajime no Joe or Hajime no Ippo. Yeah, so let's get started. Basically, the opening is a lot of clips of the main character remembering a boxing match mixed in with like a bunch of Japanese or Chinese. I'm not sure. Usually, you can tell the difference based on like the smaller hiragana along with all the kanji, but I didn't really see much of that. And the guy musing to himself while riding a motorcycle, like, am I running away or am I fighting, like, out here, being what I am? Anywho, it's pretty much flashbacks to him getting his ass whooped in the ring. And you realize what that's all about later in the episode. But he goes to a bike shop after he fucking is daydreaming while riding his bike, and he takes a spill. And he needs to go to the bike shop to get his fucking thing fixed. And of course, this has got his older guru type dude in his life, the mechanic that works on his bike, because his bike is life, except for when boxing's life. And there's a Megalonia boxing tournament opening to anyone and everyone from anywhere and everywhere. And by anyone and everyone from anywhere and everywhere, we mean it's all citizens. It's open to all citizens, and it turns out our boy is not a citizen. He's a filthy illegal alien, and this is Trump's America, so he needs to go somewhere else. So yeah, as not a citizen, he can't really engage in official matches. So he's been making his money throwing illegal matches. And he's not happy about it, but he's got a manager that's got a lot of debt, and so he needs to keep throwing these matches. Otherwise, as his manager's meal ticket, the wrong people are going to be up his ass. But he's sick of it. So that's what that was. Him getting his ass kicked in the beginning, flashbacks to that. That was him just thinking about all the fucking times he's thrown a match just to make a living and how much he fucking hates it. So then he has to go into another illegal boxing match, and his manager's like, "Look, kid, I know I told you that you could take this one seriously, but I need to make some more money, so I'm gonna have to ask you to throw it." And he's like, "No, fuck you, man, fuck you. You told me I could fucking fight this time." And he's like, "Look, kid, you can fight next time." So the kid goes along with it. The guy goes along with it, whatever. And you can pretty much tell in the first round that he could beat this guy. Like, by the end of the first round, he almost uppercuts the dude like it was nothing. But the round timer went out right as he was about to fucking knock his chin into the roof. So then he cools down and lets the guy take the match. And he goes on an angry motorcycle ride afterwards. Because that's just what you do when boxing and biking are life, and you can't box to your satisfaction, you bike. And he goes into a closed for construction highway that goes past the new Megalo Stadium, which just so happens to currently be being looked at by the organizer of the tournament, which will take place in 3 months, and her boxer and also number one pick to win, Yuri. And he almost runs into her, like literally runs into her. He kind of just takes a spill to avoid that. But she's like, "Holy shit, are you okay?" And he's like, "What the fuck are you doing standing in the middle of the road? Are you trying to get killed?" And even though she's like, "Oh, well, this is a closed road for construction, and yeah, you shouldn't be here. But here's my card. You can have any expenses paid for with this." And he's like, "Fuck you, I don't need your card." And Yuri's like, "Hey, you better fucking apologize. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to?" And he's like, "Fuck you, and fuck your real Megalo boxing. That shit ain't boxing. That's a brawl. why don't you show me, punk, show me what real Megalo boxing is, he says to Yuri, the main guy, Junk Dog, says to Yuri, and Yuri's like, alright. And they square up for a second, and they fucking lock eyes, and it's all intense, and it's so intense that the fucking rain stops, and the guy, like, sees it in his eyes. He's like, oh shit, this guy's fucking real. Let's do it. And then, of course, Shirato, the organizer lady, is like, hey, stop that. And Junk Dog's like, who's the dog now? Even though he didn't say his name, it was clearly a play on his name, but he didn't say his name. So he's like, it was more like he was talking to himself, which was kind of interesting. And Yuri kind of backs off, and they get in the car and they drive off. And then you pretty much cut to the next day when Junk Dog's got to go in and lose another match. But he doesn't have to lose the match this time, because he's talking to his fucking manager dude, and he's talked him into letting him win one. And of course, Yuri shows up to the illegal match, and he's like, let's fucking go. And he takes off his jacket. And so the premise of this show is that boxers use this stuff called gear, which is basically an exoskeleton for like just your upper back and arms. It like spans across the top of your back and down your arms. And it's like, it's this new technology, but in the same way that in the real world, most new technology comes to fruition through military purposes. In this world, they're trying to get this gear stuff to really like get a place in the public eye through boxing, through using it in sports. And so Junk Dog's, like, it looks all rickety, but it's good enough. It's good shit. Gets the job done. But Yuri's is like, it's like a second skin. It's like, it looks like it might as well be integrated into him. You don't know if he ever takes it off. You don't know if he could take it off. Like, Junk Dog takes his off. He keeps it in a fucking duffel bag. But we don't know about Yuri. And so, yeah, Yuri shows up to the illegal match, and he gets in the ring, and he's like, let's do it. Let's fucking go. And Junk Dog's like, all right, let's fucking do this. And that's where it ends. That's where the show, that's where the episode ends. I'm definitely going to watch this one. I was already interested in it just from the poster. Like I said, it's real artsy. The art reminds me of Trigun. The main character looks like Samurai Champloo. It's also got that, like, the art's kind of fuzzy. I don't know what it was, if that's a choice or not. I watched it on Crunchyroll though, so I watched it first day, so I know they've gotten shit for reducing the quality after an amount of time, but I would sure hope that a first day upload would be as high quality as I can get. Then again, I know some shows like put out a lower quality version and you get the higher quality version on the Blu-ray. So I don't know. We'll see, I guess, if I ever watch this again, depending on how good it is. Then again, I watch so many fucking anime. I don't have much time to rewatch shit. So yeah, I recommend it. I recommend you give it a shot. It's definitely going to be interesting. The world looks really nice. And by nice, I don't mean like I'd want to live there. Like, it's separated into two areas, the restricted sector and the like something district. And you only see the something district on TV. And when the guy goes for his, like, after throwing the match joyride, and you see the restricted area everywhere else, it's like where they live, and it's this place for non-citizens. Yeah, it looks good. It's a sports anime. It certainly looks like it's going to be more of a character piece than a sports anime. Like, yeah, I think you should watch it. Whoever you are, whoever's listening to this right now, you right there, you should watch it. Give it a shot. Megalo Boxing. Megalo Box. I'll see you in the ring.